Hi students, welcome to Annapurna High School CBX session. This is Krishnamurthy, biology teacher. Today we are going to learn about biology and life processes. I thought we had learned about the biology and life processes in earlier classes. Again, I will give more information about both of them. First, we have to know about biology. The term biology was derived from Greek word bios and logos. What is meant by bios and logos? Already you know very well about them. Again, if you recur about them, bios means life and logos means study of. Biology means the study of life. What is giving information about the biology? The biology should be given the information about life. When we have observed around us, we can find different kind of things around us. We can distinguish them into two groups according to some characters or some criterion. What are the criterion? We can divide into two groups. The first criteria is movable and the second criteria is immovable. We know very well about what are the things moving around us and what are the things has been stable around us. Here to move there must be need some force. Immovable things are also can move if you had keep some force on them. And as well as whatever we have been learning about movable things, also we have to keep some energy source to move from that place. According to this criteria, we can divide movable things are known as living thing and immovable things are known as non-living thing. Here the movable things should be contain life. So today we are learning about those bodies have life which are called living things. Here living things not only showing movement, along with movement different kind of activities also has been happening when we had observed morphologically. What are the morphological characters showing as a living being? So already we learned about movement. Example, frogs are there. Frogs should be jump, birds and insects should be flies, and well developed animal should be walk from one place to another place. This is the prime criteria to say or to identify living thing. But whatever we had learned about non-living thing, if you keep some force on them, it can move. Example, fan is there. If you supply some energy or power, it is also moving. So what is the distinguish between living and non-living here when we have observing about the movement? So movement is not only criteria to decide whether someone is alive or not. So along with this criteria, we have to observe another characters whatever has been showing than the non-living thing. The next one, when we have observed, they can show some response. Non-living thing should not show any response, and as well as living thing must be need some energy source to alive to do different kind of activities. but non-living thing do not needed that. And also living thing should respire, should take some air into the body to get energy. And also living thing should eliminate some waste material from the body into the external environment. And as well as living things should reproduce their young ones. This is also one of the criteria to decide living thing or non-living thing. So according to that, so many criterions are there to decide someone is living or non-living. Here non-living, different kind of things are there around us. Rocks are there, hills are there, and chai, building, etc., etc., all those are immovable. When we have observed in living thing, some bodies only can get movement, and one or two bodies are there, they should not show any movement even though they are kept in living thing bodies. What are there in immovable living thing body around us? Plant is there. Plant is immovable living thing body, because of plants are the sessile bodies. But if you observe internal characters, they should show molecular movement, even though if they may not be shows morphological movement, but internal characters, internally molecules should be moved from all over the body, from leaf to root and root to leaf. So finally we can conclude that from tip of the root to tip of the shoot, everywhere the molecule should be transported to supply water or to supply energy source. So however, in animal body, transporting the required material as well as immovable body such as plant is also, in plants is also supplying required material as a transportation. So transportation is also one of the prime criteria to decide whether someone is alive or not. Now we have to learn biology. Biology, study of living thing. Here study of living thing, while studying about them, different kind of process has been happening in their body. What are the different kind of process has been happening in their body to alive themselves? In earlier classes already had learnt about them. Digestion, excretion, transportation, respiration, etc. are there. Among them, first we have to learn about nutrition, which is supplying energy to our body. Here mainly nutrition means a substance which has energy. What are the substances contain energy? All those are called nutrients. The term nutrition is derived from Greek word nutrient. What is meant by nutrient? Nutrients means is a substance. It has some energy. When we have consumed that, we can get some energy to do different kind of activities, maybe external activity or internal activity. So mainly every living thing must be need some energy source. This energy should be obtained from the external environment, and some energy source can be synthesized themselves also by taking another kind of material. Here different kind of life processes are there. Before going to different kind of life processes, we have to learn about what is meant by life process. The process which is collectively perform different kind of activities to get some kind of energy or to do some kind of activities. All those activities are known as life processes. In another term, the process which is helping for the survival of life is known as life process. We can say in different ways because of there is no certain space for the definition of life process. Here among them nutrition, we are learning about the nutrition. So the nutrition is derived nutrient, already I told to you. Here nutrients, what are the nutrients we have been consuming in our daily life to get different kind of energy sources? We must be need some carbohydrates, we must be need protein, we must be need minerals, we must be need fats, we must be need water. So all these are being as a nutrients because of they contain some kind of energy source. What we have learned about it, nutrition or nutrient, the nutrient which has energy only. So water is also contains some kind of energy is there, minerals are also contain some kind of energy is there, proteins also contain some kind of energy is there, vitamins are also contain, everything contains some kind of energy is there, whatever we have been eating in our daily life. Here among them, if you observe, some are macronutrients and some are micronutrients. So we have to learn about macronutrient. What is meant by macro and what is meant by micro? Macro means more and micro means very little. Whatever the substances we have been consuming more material, that substances are known as macro materials, and the remaining whatever may have taken very little amount, they are called micronutrients. Here macronutrients such as carbohydrate, we must be need carbohydrate because of that is a energy source, one kind of energy source. To get energy we must be eat carbohydrates. So carbohydrates are present maybe in plant product and animal product, both products contain carbohydrates, but in some bodies contain more amount, in bodies contain very little amount of carbohydrates are there. So majorly more carbohydrates are present in plant products such as rice, wheat, and another one is tubers, etc., etc. So what is the use of the carbohydrate? When we have consumed, what should be supplied to your body? When we have consumed it, it should be supply some energy to do all kind of activities only. All kind of activities. What are the all kind of activities? To run the life process, to run the digestion, to run the excretion, to do different kind of activities along with the limbs. So everything whatever we have been doing in our daily life, each and every one will be done along with energy source or carbohydrate. So we must be need carbohydrate. We are taking carbohydrate as a food. Here majorly the carbohydrates must be need more amount. Already I told about that because of this is the macronutrient, not a micronutrient. That's why we are having lump sum amount of the carbohydrates to get or to do different kind of activities. And along with carbohydrates we are taking fats are also energy source. What are fats here? Fats are the excessive energy source. Whenever if you have consumed more than required amount of the food material, that energy source should be turned into fats in our body. I think you know very well about where are the fats should be stored in our body, and as well as where are the fats should be stored in plant parts. We know the fats are stored in our body beneath of the skin and internal organs such as besides the kidney and heart and blood vessels, and wherever some empty space is there, they should be occupied and stayed inside that area. So whenever if you starvated, at that time this fat should be dissolved and supply energy to our body. So fats are also one of the major component to supply the energy as well as carbohydrates. Are you able to understand? Okay, so the next one is digestion. I think you know very well about digestion. While we have consuming food materials, that food has to be digest into simple molecule. Because of whatever we have been consuming, that totally will be present in complex in state. The complex food material should not supply energy to our body. That's why it has to be broken down into small pieces by the life process, which is meant by digestion. So digestion is also one of the important life process to get the energy from the carbohydrates, from the protein, from the mineral, from the water, everything whatever we have been eating. Yeah, the digestion should be started from mouth onwards. We have alimentary canal is there to digest the food material. The alimentary canal consists of mouth and the anus. In between these two parts, different kind of organs are also there. Later I will discuss about them. Here we have to learn about digestion in plants and animals. In plants, we know very well about there is no specific digestive system in plants, and they do not depend on another. They can synthesize themselves because of they have ability to synthesize some food material by the presence of light, carbon dioxide, water. Whenever these four things are available there, they can prepare themselves. That's why we can say the plants are autotrophs, and remaining living things or those are depending on another to get the food material, they are kept in heterotrophs. Here auto means self, trop means nutrition. Autotrophs means self nutrition. Those living things can be synthesized, or those living things can be prepared themselves by utilizing sunlight, water and chlorophyll and carbon dioxide. They are kept in autotrophs, and remaining all those animals from microbe to man, everyone depending on autotrophs. That's why they are called hetero. Hetero means other, and the trophs means nutrition. Those bodies are getting energy source from other bodies. They are called heterotrophs. Later we will discuss about remaining subject. Okay, thank you.